either $500,000 or $1 million into a U.S. business, and that's how hotels get financed. All right, so if there's a shortfall, we can talk later about that, but EB5 is a definite program that most black hotel owners use to finance hotels. In fact, when I leave out of here in the morning, because we're screening the film in Detroit at the Charles Wright Museum, I'll be staying at Michael V. Roberts Hotel on the riverfront. Mr. Roberts is a billionaire, and this is how he financed that hotel. Hotel's paid for now, but when he initially needed the money for acquisition, that's what he used the EB5 money. So I say that to say we have to not only celebrate and show up to support, but if some of y'all have knowledge of finance, and when you hear a black man say, hey, I'm getting ready to buy a hotel, whether it be 100 keys, 200 keys, whatever, it's gonna put a flag on it, be a Marriott brand, we gotta do more than just show up and support. We gotta get involved. Otherwise that dream fizzles out. Just like tonight, all right? This is the first time, there's been other instances where black chambers have tried to organize in Norfolk, from my understanding, but they fizzled out. They never gained superior and supreme traction to become a long-term goal. You know why? Because Negroes don't support the effort. When I say support, I mean membership, right? We all have to, everyone in here is about 117 people that are either here already or en route. If 117 people purchased a membership for between $50 and $100 or whatever the membership is, this organization will have an opportunity to survive and sustain the long haul. There's no way that you can do business in Norfolk and not have a chamber. It does not work. The chamber is the conduit for business. This is where business happens. Just like tonight. Brother Kane, we spoke, was the first speaker. He has a need. The need might get filled because the chamber decided to meet. So we have to support this effort. And it can't just be something that we come to and put a nice dress on and say, hey, we're here. A few thank yous. I want to thank to Seiko and Bert for having this type of event, to the organizers here tonight, Blair for having this immaculate event for the chamber. You've done well. My hat's off to you. Please, everyone, salute her tonight. I'm in debt to the Norfolk community. You guys have really embraced the message of empowerment. You've really embraced Black Friday. You've really embraced a lot of the endeavors that I've decided to take on. Let me just say, some of you might not know who I am. My name is Dr. David M. Anderson Sr. Please, if you're not familiar with my work, it's important that you go to YouTube and you check it out tonight. There's about 200 or so videos on YouTube. We speak directly to entrepreneurship. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Sekou said earlier, or Bert said earlier, Sekou said earlier, I think I'm mixed up. But Sekou said earlier that we're involved with a film. That film that was screened pre the release. The release date for Black Friday, the remix is tonight. And it's screening in Detroit tonight. And Norfolk got it first, right? Because of the relationship that we have with Bert and Sekou. So those are one of the things that I'm into. I'm also a staunch real estate investor. And I've invested in the nation's wholly owned, only 100% wholly owned Black Talk radio network in the country. We carry Bev Smith, Warren Ballantyne, Rashad Ritchie, Jewel Tankard, Donnie McClurkin, and a host of others. So we want you to support that effort. Enough about me. Let's get into why we're here tonight. My message tonight is very simple. It's to support black business and take ownership of the land. Can everybody say that? Support black business.
Support black business.
Come on, man. Come on.
Support black business.
Let's start over. Let's go a little bit slower. We're going to say support black business.
Support black business.
Take ownership of the land.
Take ownership of the land.
Support black business.
Support black business.
Take ownership of the land.
Take ownership of the
All right,
land.
that sounds better. Doctors practice medicine. Lawyers practice law. Entrepreneurs practice multiple streams of income. If you're an entrepreneur, it's okay to do three things. It's okay to be in the real estate game. It's okay to be in the radio game. It's okay to be in the film game. Why is that? Because I'm not always at the closing table. I might have to go speak. Might have to go get on the road and make some money, right? Multiple streams of income. This is how you walk away from the plantation. A lot of us are caught in that corporate plantation. Sister called me the other day and said, I got to get off the plantation. Working at the shipyard, I know what it smells like. I know the smell of the rust and the water hitting the rust. I know that nanoparticle smell that's in the air when I get to the shipyard. I gotta get away from the corporate plantation. How do you do that? It's called practicing multiple streams of income. Some of y'all saw the movie Black Friday, and in that film I purchased a $650,000 home for $13.5. That one transaction has changed the trajectory of my real estate investing career because it punches in the face the idea of having to be forced to use a mortgage. You see, we're all being taught we gotta go and take out a student loan to go to Hampton University or Norfolk State, right? We're all being taught that we gotta go and take out a mortgage to buy a house. This is what we're being taught. It's what the status quo is pushing. They're pushing a debtor's culture, a debtor's society, and we're buying into it. We're buying into what it is that they're telling us, hook, line, and sinker. There's no way for us to own something if that's what it is, if that's the protocol that we're buying into, using these debt instruments. So what I say to you, class, is that we have to think about doing things differently. We have to look at real estate investment strategies like tax lien certificates. Trump is your president for the next, I say, 8 years. And I don't know if you've seen the tax plan. Anybody downloaded the proposed tax plan for Donald J. Trump? Let me tell you what it says. The 1%, class, and I'm not going to take too long, but I'm going to make my point, and I'm going to move out the way for Maggie. But Donald Trump is giving a tax break to the 1%. That is astronomically nuts. Black women who make under $40,000 a year are going to be somewhere in a 40% percentile tax bracket. What does that mean, class? That means that we have to own something. We have to change our net worth right now. These people are coming after us. They saying, hey, if you don't have no money, we're going to black tax you. That's what they're saying.
Black tax you.
Right?
That's right.
So the only way to get out of that is to what? Own real estate. Invest on a foreign currency exchange. Buy hotels. We got to change our net worth. If your net worth is negative, and Claude Henderson says our average net worth is a negative 19.5. Negative 19.5. Our white counterparts, their net worth is somewhere between $143,000 a year. This is Pew Research study. Ours is negative 19.5. We don't have a shot in this. And now we're talking about getting a 40% tax break or 40% tax imposition on black women with single moms. Something has to be done. We got to do something. So what do? We can't put our fists in the air and say Black Lives Matter. That doesn't work, especially when George Soros hits the account for $100 million. That's not something that represents us, right? The only thing that we can do is black economics. And the best thing that has ever happened to black people, is Trump. And let me tell you why. Some of y'all are like, man, this dude is tripping. Trump is the best thing that happened to black people. And let me show you why Trump is the best thing that's ever happened to black people. Because now, y'all got to depend on each other.
That's right. That's right.
I gotta depend on Bert. I gotta depend on Seiko. You understand? I gotta depend on Blair. This is what I gotta do. I gotta depend on Maggie Anderson. Right? Because I can't depend on white folk. And I'm not knocking white folks. Some of my best friends is white. But in terms of black economics and my family, I gotta depend on my people.
You need black up.
Which means that my people gotta be in a different position than they're in right now. My people are in the worst position that they've ever been in history. They said prior to integration, we had the most land per capita as blacks. Why? Because the black farmers own so much land, right? FDA came into play, they started taking land, and now what?
That's right.
We halfway own something. So we have to get serious about our empowerment. And under this Trump administration, I believe it's going to force Negroes to have to do business with each other. It's going to force Negroes to depend on each other. It's going to force Negroes who would have 9 times out of 10 stayed on a corporate plantation to get off that job. To just go to work one day and tell master, you know what? I'm out. Straight up. Straight up. Not on no, I'm tired of being here type stuff. But because I've done the homework and the research to develop multiple streams of income where I'm in a position to walk away. I'm in a position to leave. Where I don't have to smell this smell of this shipyard coming into my nose, giving me cancer. Where I don't have to deal with a situation where I got somebody that's making me feel subservient to them. Go get my coffee, Seiko. That's how they talk to you when you come in. Don't nobody black need to be talked to like that. That's affecting our DNA. We kings. Y'all are queens. Don't nobody roll like that. But until we get our economics straight, until we get serious about our economics, we ain't gonna be doing whatever it is Master tell us to do. I need you in here. Now, yes, boss. I need you to go get my cleaning. So, we don't take lightly to that. So in order to change that, we have to get serious about our economics, about black economics. And I believe tonight, this is a statement that Norfolk is making, that this black chamber is not having that. We dead serious about our empowerment for our people. That's what this message is tonight. It's not about dressing up and eating the chicken and can I get the vegan menu? This is not about that. This is about how we can support the effort of black economics, period. So tonight, as we, make way for the message that Maggie has, because I know that she's gonna come with the fire as it relates to what we gotta do, and she actually has a methodology on how to do it, right? We gotta do this. We gotta support black business. And I'll just say this before I get off the stage. We started this empowerment radio network like 5 years ago, in 2012. According to our digital platform, now we distribute media to 32 radio stations nationwide, black talk radio stations nationwide. We deliver information to Sirius XM, as well to our digital platforms, which consist of TuneIn, Radio, iHeartMedia, Stitcher Streamer, and a whole host of others. There's about 3.75 million people on the TuneIn digital platform that listen to us annually, just on TuneIn. Y'all know how many subscribers we got? It's less than 150 subscribers. All right? This is the premier radio network where Negroes call in all day. I'm sick of Donald Trump. I got something to say. I want to get on the radio. I got to comment. This is what we doing, right? Open up the phone lines, 888-669-2281. Y'all call in. But when we say subscribe, what do Negroes do? They don't subscribe. They don't. They just don't. Somebody emailed me the other day. What am I subscribing for? The operational cost is about between $250,000 $500,000 a year. I've been carrying that for 5 years without a sponsor. I ain't got no partners. I ain't borrowing no money from no bank. This is what we doing. This is what we believe in. And we only got 127 subscribers at $9 a month? Come on, y'all. We want to listen to empowerment, but we don't want to support that. I'm not putting my issue on the table to get some kind of credence from y'all. I'm making this parallel between the chamber and what's going on in my own house with Empowerment Radio, which is a business that I love. I give my last for it. But if we don't support our own businesses, they go away and disappear. I'm looking for the radio. Where is it at? Y'all ain't on today. What's going on? Come on, man. This is a $2.5 billion investment. And y'all ain't supporting. I'm tired. Right? So we have to start supporting our businesses like we mean it. So our businesses can grow. So we can complete acquisitions with radio stations in New York and acquisitions with radio stations in Teaneck, New Jersey, where my grandfather started. All the way down at WXJO in Atlanta, which I got a contract on right now, trying to close. I'm trying to get off the closing table on real estate to close on radio stations. Come on, man. Black people ain't supporting that. So we got to get into what is wrong with us when we're not supporting our own businesses that are here for our own best interest. What's wrong with us? That we can't do that. That we can't pay the $50 or $100 a month, whatever it is, to support the Black Chamber of Commerce here in Norfolk, man. So that's the reason why I flew in here today. I flew in here to challenge you on that thinking. To get you to understand why we need to support. If you don't support, this goes away. And let me just say this. The Virginia is the most race. I've been around a lot of spots. Yo, hear me clearly. This is another level of racism. Straight up. I'm from the Bronx, New York. You know, we get down. I'm doing business in Atlanta. I've been here for 20-something years.